Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Boca Bros Outdoors. You got Steve here, and if you've been following along with the channel for a little while, you know exactly what we're doing right now. And if you're new to the channel, let me fill you all in on what the plan is for today. We're gonna swim right off this beach, out to the reef that's right out there, those swim buoys. We're gonna try to catch our limit of lobster. It's been a really interesting winter down here. We got a lot of weather, a lot of cold fronts rolling through, and lobster hasn't been great. But I think the recent activity, I'm hoping, has brought them into the reef. Have not caught my limit of lobster in quite some time, so that is definitely today's mission. My limit's 6, and I want to find them out there in less than 2 hours. So we're gonna get suited up, we're gonna get in the water. Come along with me. Now, ideally, the water is a little bit calmer than this, so I can swim out there easily, but it's not bad. And I'm pretty confident it should be clear, so we just gotta get past this little first wave break, and I'm hoping we'll be smooth sailing. Now, we don't have a very long swim, so not going far. Reef is right out there, short swim, so gonna get out there and assess these conditions. Last time I came out here, I caught 1 lobster. Gotta avenge that. We're looking for 6. 1 was a little bit disappointing, so we're gonna see if we can do a little bit better this time. Let's head out there. After a little bit of swimming, we have found our first lobster. 2 challenges here. 1 is catching him, and the second is hoping that he's big enough. So let's see what we got. I know for sure he's big enough. He's just giving me the slip. There's a lot of places for him to hide in there. Just gonna take a deep breath here, calm down for a second, give it another shot. Not easy. Not easy, but I don't think we're going home empty-handed. No, sir. Woo! 1 down, baby. Man, another tough day. It wasn't impossible to see. I just didn't see any antennas or any lobsters. What can you do? Got my workout in for sure. I consider that a successful leg day, if anything. But hey, we're not coming back empty-handed, so doing a lot better than some people. Well, there's our lone soldier once again. Not a bad one by any means. Did we crush? No, we did not crush. But did we get something to eat? Oh, I think we did. Last time I came out here, I caught 1 lobster. We turned that into like 10 servings of lobster poppers. So there's a lot we can do. Gonna have to see what Jake's feeling. See how we can cook this thing up. All right, well, I'm exhausted. That was one hell of a workout. A lot of work for 1 lobster yet again. I don't know how many times I'm gonna have to go out on that beach and catch 1 lobster before I actually get my limit. I'll do it as many times as it takes. I really will. It's not that bad. Love swimming out there. Love enjoying the reef. Love just getting in the water on the day off. It's just so refreshing. Like right now, I feel like $1,000,000. And I'm thinking if we have 1 lobster, a couple mouths to feed, maybe we're gonna have to do an appetizer again. Gonna have to get creative. Those lobster poppers we made in the last video with 1 lobster, those are pretty top notch. So we're gonna have to one up those and come up with something big. Not been a great lobster season. We've had a couple years previous where we have absolutely slayed them. Freezer is empty right now, and this 1 lobster ain't gonna help that. But we got about a month left this season, and I am determined to start filling that cooler up with some meat so we can stock up until mini season. So we're gonna keep swinging. Hopefully Jake and I can get back out there and make it happen. Start putting some lobsters in the bag because we desperately need it. All the lobsters have the little flippers here, but the girls have an extra one. Almost looks like a little claw. See if I can find it. Right there. I don't know if you can see that or not, but it's an extra flap that they use to protect the eggs and carry the eggs underneath. There's a good view of one right there. She doesn't have any eggs in her, so she's perfectly legal to take home. So we're gonna get her in this cooler, get some ice on her, we'll get her cleaned up, and find something delicious to cook up. All right, so it's time to get this thing cleaned up. Clean a lobster, pretty simple. Really 2 things you gotta do. 1, separate the tail from the body, and 2, get the pooper out of the middle of them, out of the tail. What's up, dude? You been playing in the rain?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. So usually what we do is we take the tail off. We usually take a knife, cut around this midsection to separate that tail, and then we'll take an antenna and we'll come up the bottom here to pull out that poop chute. But somebody gave me a little trick in one of the comments a couple videos ago, so we're gonna give it a shot and do it a little bit differently. So I'm actually gonna start by breaking the antenna off of this guy, and I'm gonna start with separating the pooper down here to kind of loosen that up. And the hope is when I take the tail off of the body, it all just comes off in one shot. So we're gonna see if that works. Gonna take my knife and just run it down the back here. Get that tail meat away from the body. You can see that's kind of hanging now. So now the hope is when I pull this tail, it's gonna separate and then that pooper's gonna come out with it. So we'll see if that worked. Nope, didn't look like it did. But it should be loosened up right now, so I just have to pull it out. And that is the case. Came right out pretty easily, so I'd say it still worked. And there you have it. We got our clean tail. Time to get this bad boy in the kitchen. Let's do this, baby. Told y'all we were thinking appetizers, so it's exactly what we're gonna do. Coming in with a special lobster crostini. Gonna use this baguette as our base. Get this lobster on there with some fresh garlic mash on there. We're gonna roast this up, kind of like a nice base layer on that.
Roasted, baby, not toasted.
Roasted. and coming in with a little sherry sauce on top to finish it off.
Woo, sherry sauce?
This is a special appetizer edition of the Boca Bo's rating scale. Not just your normal dish. This is a whole new separate category here, and it's tough. I'm a tough critic, so we're gonna...
This freaking guy's been talking about this the last few videos. Like there's an appetizer scale and a regular scale. We'll let Steve keep rating it down. You know, maybe I'll join him just for fun. So I guess we're going appetizer scale now. We'll start, we need to start logging these.
I know, dude. Got high standards over here. Have a feeling it's gonna be delicious, but we'll see how it stacks up.
Let's get to it.
First up, we're gonna get these garlic ready to go in the oven. So we're gonna get a nice little top cut off of these. Nice little surface area there so we can get that in the oven and drizzle that oil over it. So we'll do that with this one. How's that looking?
Ooh, that looks perfect.
Now, how much oil?
Just a good little drizzle, you know, and then we'll get them wrapped up in some tin foil here in a second.
Let that soak in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so next up we're gonna wrap these in tin foil, and then we're gonna pop them into the oven, 400 degrees for about 35 minutes until they're nice and tender. We need this roasted garlic. We're gonna use it as a spread. It's gonna be our schmear on the top of this crostini. We got something big coming for y'all. All right, garlic cloves going in, baby. See ya in 40 minutes.
So our sherry sauce calls for some garlic. We're not taking the cheap route out of here. No garlic tonight. We're using the fresh stuff. So we're gonna get these 2 garlic cloves minced up as fine as we can to start this off.
Steve just explained this sherry sauce to me. Sounds pretty simple. We're gonna go ahead and start with 1 tablespoon of butter getting heated up in our pan right here. Once that melts down a little bit, we're gonna add in the garlic and cook until, you know, it gets like medium brown. Guy's drinking wine over here.
Gotta be spicing it up somehow.
I don't think there's any alcohol in this wine.
Nah, you need to drink a lot of these probably to feel something. Maybe like
Give
4
it a
or
sip.
5 glasses.
Give it a
It
sip.
actually smells a little fermenty.
What are we dealing with here?
Ooh. You know, it's very dry. I've had worse. Kind of feeling a little buzzed.
Non-alcoholic wine, getting the job done. Time to get that garlic in. Our butter's going to town here, so just gonna go until fragrant. So we're gonna cook this for probably like, you know, 3-4 minutes until it starts to brown a little bit. Then we gotta add some flour. Basically starting with a roux here. Next up, we got a little over a tablespoon of flour. Get our roux going, so gonna add it all in there. Bam, bam, one more, bam. Get that stirred up. Once this all comes together and starts clumping up, we're gonna slowly start to whisk in our sherry. So you can see that this is clumping up fast. Making a garlic roux here. Smells so good. We don't want this to start to dry out, so this is a great consistency here. Just gonna brown it down a little bit. Keeping a constant whisking motion down here. We're gonna slowly stir in the sherry. I really think that Steve should have gotten an alcoholic version of sherry, but I don't know if that exists, so, you know, whatever. Look how much this is thickening up all of a second. Holy cow. Look how thick it is.
Applesauce or something.
Yeah. Wow.
Wow, that's like a, yeah, let's turn it.
That's literally making the paste. Smells so good. Last ingredient on the table, some heavy cream. Gotta keep the whisking motion going and stir this in. And as soon as we get this all incorporated and reduced down to a sauce version instead, a sauce version again, instead of applesauce, we'll go ahead and reduce the heat to low here. We just want a slight simmer. We don't want this boiling. We're blind here. It's been 50 minutes on the garlic, so it's gotta be done. But we won't know until we unwrap those suckers, so let's find out.
There she is. Looks good. Smells really good. Probably gonna be a touch thing. See how soft it is. How's that looking?
That sherry sauce is tasting good. So we added a little bit of tomato paste, and I'm not mad about it at all. Might even add in a tiny bit more, but we're tasting really good. That's gonna be such a good topper. It's a lot thicker than I thought. Look at this. I thought it was gonna be more of like a drizzle, but this is like pretty thick. This is more like a chowder, but it's delicious. You know, that actually makes sense because sherry is used in clam chowder. This is basically, we might have just made a clam chowder to put on top of our lobster crostinis. This will add a little bit more acidity to pair well with that wine. So it's gonna be good. I can't believe, Steve, you went out solo and only caught one again.
2 times in a row.
What's up with this?
I don't know, man.
Dude, they should be stacked on the reef with all the weather we've had.
Tough year. Tough year. We're still eating, so it could have been worse.
If it weren't for you, we wouldn't be making this delicious meal. So that right there is still a good sized lobster tail, you know, size of a hand. So should feed us.
It'll get there. All right, we're grilling this thing.
Yeah, we're grilling this.
So we're gonna split it.
Yep.
Just get that meat out of there.
Knife tip in and rock it back. Split it open and we're gonna throw it on the grill like that.
Loosen it up from the shell just so it cooks nice and ready to go.
We even gonna season this? Maybe a little bit of salt and pepper.
Yeah, nothing crazy, probably a little bit.
Or some Lowry, some garlic salt.
Garlic salt.
Yeah.
Probably the move.
Oh yeah, I'm thinking. Oh yeah, there we go.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Money. To the grill we go. Crostinis, we're gonna go ahead and cut these diagonally. That way we get a little bit more surface area with the bread. If you just cut, you know, perpendicular to the loaf, you're not gonna get as much. So, gonna go ahead and go about, I don't know, the ends are always weird, but this is just really, all this is gonna be is a nice cooked piece to dip in that sherry. But here's gonna be the first crostini. We're gonna go about 1 inch thick and cut down. Try not to cut through your tin foil or cut on a cutting board like a normal person. There you go. That's what our crostinis are gonna look like. So we're gonna go ahead and chop up this whole thing. Get them going, throw them on this sheet pan. They're going into the oven to get toasted. This is like everybody's guilty pleasure, bread. Who doesn't love bread? I know I do. Anyways, we're gonna get this in the oven. Gonna get it toasted, probably about 4 minutes. We really don't want it too crispy. We just want that top barely golden brown. That way it's warm all the way through and a little bit of crunch to the bite. The lone soldier going on the grill. It's time. It's time to eat, ladies and gentlemen. So we're just gonna leave it just like that. And this thing's gonna cook for about 12, 13 minutes. We're gonna pull it off before it gets overdone. Once these get overdone, it will be extremely chewy, so you do not want to overcook your lobster. So 12 to 14 minutes for a medium size like that, not flipping it. We're gonna go ahead and close the grill, about 400 degrees. We'll be ready to take her off here shortly. She's looking good. She's looking real good. I think we're ready. Go on top of the machete.
That's how we're gonna cut it up?
We're gonna use that machete to chop it up. Hey man, it's coconut season. Gotta have your machete handy. All right, gonna take this inside, get her cut up. She's ready to top on some crostinis. You really want to show the people, may get burned. All right, Steven loosened it up.
This is literally 3 seconds out of the grill.
Oh my gosh, my hands are on fire. There we go. Watch yourselves, folks. Don't repeat what we do at home. I mean, make the recipes, but don't repeat some of the stupidity that we have.
That came out pretty good.
Yeah, not too bad. I think the goal here is to dice it up really fine because we're gonna be putting it on. I mean, we had like what, 15 crostinis in there, so we want a decent bit of lobster on them, some chunks, but gotta make this go a long ways. So we're just gonna dice it up.
I was gonna say, I know that's hurting your fingers.
Try not to burn ourselves. Wow, wow, that is hot. 145 degrees hot. Got our roasted garlic going on there. We're making 2 right here. We're making 1 for Steve, making 1 for me. So
make mine good.
2 pieces of garlic. And we're gonna spread it on there. Like I said, this is like a schmear on our hot piece of bread. Look at that.
Oh, that worked out perfectly.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
That's gonna be 10-10. All right, get the second one. There we go. Butter. It's not butter, it's garlic.
It looks
garlic
like
smeared. We're ready. Step number 1. Step number 2. Add a few chunks of lobster. Look at that. We gotta make sure that we get Steve enough lobster on here. The guy needs a big bite. I think we're set with that. We have one last step.
You only find that at a restaurant. Not that much.
Just wait until you see the final topping.
Oh! Damn!
We got some mayo chop.
That's what it looks like, dude.
This is our sherry reduction sauce.
Wow.
And you said you wanted a decent bit, right?
I want you to load mine up with that stuff.
All right.
It's gonna make or break this dish.
Dude, that right there is pretty loaded. I don't know. I think we're ready for a taste test. What do you think?
I think we're ready.
We are ready to go. Moment of truth.
Waiting for.
So this is on the lobster appetizer scale?
That's right. That's right. Held to a different standard than the normal lobster dish.
Higher or lower than the traditional dish?
It's more stringent. It's harder to get by
The appetizer
the gold
scale
star
is
of
higher.
approval of Steve. Yeah.
All right. That's a damn good looking appetizer.
It's pretty good. All right, going in. We got all our stuff here. Garlic is spread out nicely. Even bite. Gonna get all these together. That is just like a garlic explosion. It's amazing, to be honest with you.
Yeah?
Yeah.
The garlic is good?
Garlic, dude, the tomato paste addition to the sauce, like, killed it. It wouldn't have been the same without that. A little bit bland before, but this is an 8-7 appetizer right here. Because of that
That's
sauce.
high on the scale.
It's just so garlic strong forward, like
It's a perfect pair for
you can't-
lobster.
You can't go wrong. Yeah, garlic and lobster, butter. It's amazing. 8-7.
We got a dog running around.
Yeah, you like that too? Okay.
All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Whoa. That is so good. It's so rich in flavor. Sauce is pretty thick, but I kind of like it that way. No, the sauce is the perfect consistency, and honestly, it adds everything to this dish. The lobster is great, but everything combined here, I don't know what this appetizer scale is. I guess this is my first on the appetizer scale, but I'm putting it up there. I'm going 9-1. Like
Woo!
this is, I'm gonna
Nice.
eat, I would eat this every single day. This is delicious.
What did the
Love
poppers
bread,
go?
love lobster. I think poppers went like 8-4, so this is substantially better than the popper.
I taste garlic
That's good.
and wine.
Wow.
So approved or not?
10 out of 10.
Wow.
This is so good.
It's
There
in
we
the
go.
tens.
This would be so good on like penne.
That sauce with lobster
Yeah.
on a pasta instead of the bread.
Yeah. First sherry
Then it
sauce.
wouldn't be an appetizer though. Then it would go into the regular scale.
Oh.
That's a wrap, y'all. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you again next Tuesday. Boca Bros out.